with Sarah Kustok. It is time for us to go viral. Yesterday, Kawhi Leonard was in rare form, fully embracing the Raptors championship celebration with his teammates. His fans even got the much-coveted key to the city. Kawhi's become so popular in Toronto that even a fake Kawhi was getting some love. Look at him signing some autographs, taking selfies, and acting like it's no big thing.
How tall do these people think Kawhi Leonard is, man?
No, people don't realize that.
And look at how big
Shaq is actually not even that tall.
Okay, good joke, Jenna. I just don't understand how these people get fooled by this. Or like the Klay Thompson, remember him?
Yes.
That was 40 pounds overweight.
That was sitting in the stands?
Sitting in the stands. I don't get it.
Like, do they think Kawhi's really wearing his jersey?
I don't understand any of it. See, you got to take.
What do you got?
Go ahead.
What do you got?
Come on.
Is there a Nick Wright look-alike around? Because I like, every once in a while, I get tired of Nick Wright. And I like to have him just come in and fill in every once in a while. So.
You did the Nick Wright look-alike.
No, I'm just talking about this. I mean, I believe there's other people out there on the street, not famous people and everything, not cartoon characters.
Not Humvee, not Tom Green, just someone, okay.
Wasn't that guy, didn't he compare you to a cartoon character?
I'm not telling you who it is because you can't remember. And it's
I can't remember. Okay, but I'll get back to it.
I've never seen this.
Squidward.
We need to dig it up.
Oh, yeah.
Squidward.
Excuse me?
That's what it is.
It is
right? From
Squidward.
SpongeBob, wasn't
This
it?
dude right here is cheering for Kawhi as much as the country's cheering for Kawhi to stay, because if Kawhi leave, what he gonna do? It's right back to being nobody.
You think he's charging for those selfies?
No. Absolutely not.
This is fun, guys.
Back to AD.
Oh, it's
Lakers.
real funny, Dusty.
Acquired him over the weekend. That
With a non-speaking role.
Optimism is high around Tinseltown. That
If
we
you had a
also
unibrow, though, people wouldn't know his name.
You want to know how high optimism is in LA, Sarah? The Lakers, tied for the most losses in the NBA the last 6 years, are currently the favorites to win the 2020 NBA title at 3-1 odds. That is why the AD trade was so important for LA. Sarah Kustok, will the Lakers live up to expectations?
If those are the expectations, I'm not certain that they will win a title next season. I think the league is as wide open as we've ever seen it. I think with the movement in free agency and the way the rosters fill out, that so much can change. However, do I think that LeBron and AD will win a title in the next 2 years, in the next 3 years? Yeah, absolutely. I think the Lakers have just as much of a shot given this move and also the other moves that they could potentially make. But LeBron, I believe, is going to have a season unlike one that we've seen in a long time, given the fact that he's gotten rest, given the fact that he is as motivated as ever. Anthony Davis didn't play as much as we would have seen last season, given the circumstances of a situation in New Orleans. So I think it's too early to say that the Lakers will win a title, but do I believe that they are one of the top 3-4 teams I would put out there? Without a doubt.
I think people, and I like to go back on the history and look at this year's playoffs. What if the All-Star break, Anthony Davis is traded to the Lakers? And Anthony Davis and LeBron go into the playoffs. We saw in the first round of the playoffs, the Clippers gave the Warriors fits. Now, I'm not going to say, as an 8th seed, would LeBron and AD been able to pull off that? But
what about as the 7th seed?
But what if they'd made it to the second round? What if they had avoided them in that first round? And then we saw injuries start to take place. So, to me, seeing what Kawhi did with supporting cast that he had, and knowing that Kevin Durant wasn't going to be there, man, LeBron and AD, yes, the league is getting ready to be reset. And right now, they should be. Look at the top 2 tandems in basketball. We typically give it to whoever's the best basketball player has a chance to be able to win. Now, we don't know where KD finalized. We don't know where Kawhi is, more importantly than KD, because Kawhi has shown that him and the supporting cast can win a championship. But right now, AD and LeBron, when the league resets, they are the best 2 tandem that we have in the league.
And unless Kawhi teams up with someone extraordinary, the next best duo is a big drop-off. Is the next best duo Giannis and Chris Middleton? Is that what it is? Is it Russ and Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons on the list? Russ and Paul George, who, while both excellent individual players, we have seen them as a team thus far have a very clear ceiling, and that's been the first round. To your point, C, even with all the Lakers injuries last year, if just LeBron misses half as many games, and they find a way to get to the 7 spot.
Yes.
With Anthony Davis. If they make that trade away these players, so those guys, so you have the bare bones roster that they have right now. They'll obviously fill that in. If they take the spot the Spurs were in, which is the 7 seed, Spurs took Denver 7 games. You don't think the Lakers could do that? And then, okay, listen, with respect to my friends in Denver, I'll take LeBron in the Game 7 over Nikola Jokic and those Denver Nuggets.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah. The next round, Portland went 7 games against Denver. How's that one going to go? And then so could the Lakers have been in a position, if this trade happens when Rich Paul and Anthony Davis tried to force it through, where they are the ones taking on the wounded Golden State Warriors in the conference finals? Of course. So next year, when the Warriors are unfortunately wounded again, because Clay won't be there at the beginning of the year, KD, I believe, will be somewhere else, but even if he's there, probably won't be playing all year. Of course, the Lakers should be exactly where they are. And if you're not a gambler, being the favorite does not mean you're the favorite versus the field. Right now, Vegas doesn't say the Lakers are more likely to win a championship than the rest of the league combined. They're just saying, if you have to make one pick, if you can pick one team, the Lakers are your best pick. Of course, that should be the best pick right now. And LeBron, even after the injury, gave you 27, 8, and 10. And now, LeBron, your point yesterday, Sarah, I thought was a great one. LeBron's played 8 straight years into June. Since his 3rd season, so 13 straight years, he averaged over 90 games played. The last time he had a season in before June was 2010. Last year, it ended March 29th, and he played 55 games. The level of recuperation his body's going to have been able to go through that is unlike anything in his entire basketball life since high school is going to, I also agree, give you an even better LeBron James, even when we account for he's a year older.
Now, I give LeBron a lot of credit, but there's a couple things I do want to watch. I don't do the math like you guys. Just because you had time off in your 17th season, them tires are still low. Like, you don't get no retread after 16 seasons, even though you're not playing. Last year, I saw LeBron, too, at a weight I wasn't comfortable with him playing at.
Posting.
Is that going to continue? And say you get off early. So now, do I allow my body to recuperate and get out of shape? How hard is it for LeBron to get back into shape with 17 years? So you guys said something, okay, there's rest, but there is something on the other side, recovery, and then I have to work that much harder to be able to get back into shape. That's one of the things at the end of your career that you hate. And that's, man, it becomes harder and harder to get back into the best shape of my career. Now, I believe LeBron will, but I just don't want you guys
just
to miss.
Assign it to him.
No, we just can't assign it to him. I do believe that the overall wear and tear, it did play a role in the Warriors. We saw with Iggy. We saw with Draymond. We saw with Clay. We saw with Steph. And LeBron is the ultimate because he had been to even more than all of them.
Well, first of all, the last time LeBron was in a game was March 29th, which seems like eons ago. Does the head coach or the supporting cast concern anyone at this point?
I'm glad you brought that up. That was the next point I was going to make. It doesn't concern me, but I will say anytime that you have a new coach trying to implement a new system with now assistant coaches and Jason Kidd, Lionel Holland, that aren't his guys.
Yeah.
That's going to be a process that's going to be very intriguing to watch and figure, because they're going to be finding their footing. They're going to be learning to work together as a coaching staff, not to mention that you're coaching 2 of the superstars in the league. So I think all of that collectively, also figuring out who you're going to have on your roster, is going to be a work in progress.
I mean, they only got 5 guys under contract, so they don't have any bad contracts right now.
Right.
All right, so they can fill out the roster wherever they want to. One thing I thought you made a great point earlier. LeBron has been better in year number 2 when he moves. Miami was year number 2 when they won. Back in Cleveland, year number 2, they were better. So I do believe they'll win a championship, but let's just not put everything into year number 1. LeBron has shown in that year number 2, special things have happened.
All right, thanks, Sarah. Coming up, Shaq joins us live in studio to weigh in on these Lakers. That's ahead on First Things First.
I'm so excited to be here with you guys.